Hello singles, it's Dee and welcome to my second channel and welcome to your next time you fall in love, pick a heart reading. Each one of these hearts before you represents a different frequency, a different vibration of love and the romantic relationship experience. Look at each one of these hearts and meditate a little bit. Take a moment and see which one is truly drawing you in, because each heart is going to talk about a very specific type of love relationship for the next time that you fall in love. There are 5 different hearts. I will start with the first heart. There are timestamps for the other 4 listed below. Hello, this reading is for those of you who were attracted to the very first heart, and right away with this heart I am getting a lot of love, passion, chemistry, physical attraction, also a lot of spice and zest in the bedroom between you and this person. Okay, so this is a very intense emotional connection and relationship. You feel this in every aspect of you, and this other person is going to feel this connection with you in every aspect of them. All right, out of the 5 different choices, this one feels the most intense, the most passionate. So let's pull some cards and look at what your journey to this person, this next person you fall in love with, what that entails. Okay, so we have family, yes, feminine, and potential. Oh, right. I'm getting a few different things with this lineup, actually. Some of you are going to feel like from the moment that you meet this person that you guys are soulmates. At the soul, they are your family, okay? As this is an open general reading, this could mean like your next person that you fall in love with is somebody that one of your family members know. So like one of their friends, one of their coworkers, all right? Somehow, some way, you end up meeting this person, and there is a ton of potential between the two of you, and you might hesitate a little bit, or they might hesitate a little bit, like, should I pursue this, due to the family connection, you know, especially if this is like somebody's coworker, one of your family members' coworkers. There may be a little bit of hesitation to pursue this because of that. But it's like, yes, pursue, because there's so much potential. And with the feminine energy coming out, this is for you feminines, this is you seeking your other half. For you masculines, this is you seeking your other half, okay? But also for all of you, the feminine energy is talking about that sacral chakra, okay? That intense chemistry and passion and physical attraction. You guys, I just feel very intoxicated by each other's energy, all right? So some of you meeting through a family member somehow, some way. Some of you are going to meet this person in the workplace, all right? And some of you where you just kind of randomly meet this person and they instantaneously you feel that connection. There's something that is very different. Like, this isn't your normal type of person that you go for, because in all the scenarios I'm feeling coming through, there is this moment of hesitation within you or within this other person. And it could be because we're coworkers. It could be because we met through a mutual family member, and, you know, they work with the person or something like that. Or this person is just so opposite of what you typically go for. You're like, really? I'm feeling all of this for this person? Really? And Spirit's like, yeah, really, like, explore this. There is more potential in this connection than anything you've been dealing with for at least like 5 to 10 years. All right, this person is a perfect fit for you. No matter how they come into your world, you guys are soulmates. You feel that instant connection with them. It's the mutual connection, or how you meet, or being opposites, that creates a little bit of hesitation. But the connection and the attraction is just too strong. And there's so much potential to this connection. So let's take a look at this person and gain more insight about them specifically. Okay, so we have the Star, the Ace of Cups, the Palace of Wands, and the Palace of Coins. Okay. This person is truly unlike anybody you have ever met. Okay. It's like, where do I even begin with this energy? This person is so complex. There's this spiritual essence and aspect of them. Like, they truly believe in like the good of things, or they believe in karma, or the law of attraction, or what you put out is what you get back. With the Star, this person dreams big, and they believe big, and they put their whole heart and soul into whatever they do. They are not somebody who is interested in experiencing anything halfway. Every single thing they do, any project they start, they begin it and they finish it. They don't stop halfway. At no point do they start giving less. All right. If something is shifting in them, they immediately assess themselves. They're very connected to their center, their core. They know when they're getting off balance. They know when they're unhappy. They know when their energies are getting splintered. They're very aware of like self and their energy, and a deeper connection to like spirit and the universe, and really being in the flow of life. All right, so if you're somebody who's very practical and logical, and I only believe it if I can see it, and I only watch tarot because I'll be damned, it resonates, so I see the results, so that's why I watch it. If you're somebody that's like that, this person is going to be the person that just kind of moves on an act of faith, is just doesn't fear things, takes risks, and very in tune with their path and their calling. And so at times you could look at them as, being foolish or immature, or being too risky, just because of the way they move and they perceive reality. But they tell you, this has always worked for me. Step into my world. Let's walk amongst the stars together. Okay. And with the Ace of Cups here, they are going to give you their whole heart. Right from the start, they feel a connection to you, and it goes back to this card here. All right, and then the Palace of Wands and the Palace of Coins, this is talking about the highest denomination of these two energies, or like a home, a place. And so as the highest denomination, that goes to this physical attraction and chemistry that you guys experience that is just out of this world. Okay, and also this person, I feel, has achieved and created a lot for themselves, very established in the physical realm, could own their own business, could be in like management for the company they work for, or has just really worked hard and saved a lot of money over the course of their life up to this point. And they're just an abundant soul, an abundant energy, both emotionally, spiritually, and also in the physical realm. All right, this is such a lovely soul, this person, and I just feel for you, you think to yourself at times, how have they made it to this point in their life with the way they think and the way they go about things? Like, how do they have this much success? At times that's what you think, because a lot of what they do is counterintuitive to what you've been taught. And this isn't to say like you need to change and become like them. Not at all. You guys complement each other's energy. They definitely are going to open you up much more to the magical, to the spiritual, and you are going to help them manifest their ideas much more in like a solid sense, okay? Because they are a little bit flighty with their energies, and maybe sometimes if something is, you know, not working out in the right amount of time, they scrap the whole idea rather than thinking, well, if I tweak this or if I do this differently, and you come in and you offer those solutions for this person, whereas in the past it's like they would just scrap the whole idea, okay? So you both really grow each other, but in different ways. You help this person, you know, be more practical and manifest more success for themselves, and they help open you up to like the magic of life, just the way you feel when you are around them and their energy and the way they think and the way they perceive. You're like, there is nobody like you. You are out of this world, is how you feel about them. They open you up to a whole nother dimension. And you're grateful. Like, they're up to this point, you may have wished certain relationships had worked out, but this one, it's like the whole enchilada, okay? And I see the potential for you guys to build an empire together, all right, over the course of this life. And Ace of Cups, this is like a brand new person coming in. This isn't an ex from the past or somebody you met previously. This is somebody new coming into your world. And there's, like I said, a little bit of hesitation at the beginning, but Spirit says, yes, this is what you want to be in. This is what you want to explore. And due to the intense physical connection, you may think to yourself, oh, you know, this is just a karmic, or this is going to fizzle out. And no, you guys have this electric magic with each other, and neither of you will ever experience that with another person. It is unique to this relationship, this connection, when your energies, you know, are coming to an alignment here, like a synergy of your auras. Ooh, it goes deep. So let's pull some cards to look at the path of this connection once it begins. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, Knight of Swords, Six of Wands, and Queen of Wands. I am not surprised to see all of this wands energy, okay? Because we felt right from the start all the passion, chemistry, sparks, fireworks, you name it. We picked up on that at the start of this read, and it's here, okay? And we've got the feminine energy there, and we also have two queens. So some of you, this is a same gender relationship, and this is an acknowledgement from your spirit guides that yes, this is your reading. Yes, this is information talking about you, and those two coming through like that is your confirmation. So that's a beautiful little message. And now for the rest of you, you know, just because these are queens doesn't have to just mean two feminine energies, all right? This goes back to that sacral chakra, and that's where you guys are very, very connected. That's the lower chakra, so that speaks more of the physical realm, right? You guys have a very, very strong connection. They're probably like the best you ever had. Like you both have some tricks that you be teaching each other, okay? But also with this swords energy, you guys are also going to have a deeply intellectual connection where you talk about all sorts of different things, okay? Philosophy, religion, politics, art, science, all right, the sunset, childhood memories, you name it. You guys are going to talk about it. Communication is going to be one of the strongest points of this relationship. You have all this passion and chemistry, but you also have amazing communication. The only thing here is I can see when you guys get very, very heated, you both might kind of give below the belt comments and things like that. But I do feel you've got to be pretty pushed, both of you. But that can happen, okay? And that might be one thing you guys have to learn how to overcome is tempering those emotions, because you guys really stimulate the other in big, big ways, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically. This is a very intense relationship. I don't feel intense in a bad way. I mean, we don't have, you know, a bunch of crappy cards coming through. It's just intense. It's meant to really stretch you and grow you and take you into a new potential of yourself, as well as this other person being taken into a new potential for themselves. And some of you, I feel as though you're going to be moving to like a new city. I feel strongly like a new city could be in the same state. Some of you, this might be in like a different state, but you're in the city, I feel, and that's where you meet this person, all right? And it could be where, you know, it's a coworker because you moved to this new city, and that's why there's a little bit of hesitation. But you guys are going to quickly overcome that because of just you can't like get over each other, all right? The passion, the physical attraction is so intense, and I feel that's like what initially pulls you guys in together is that intense physical attraction. And through exploring that, you guys come into like this love, like you fall into this love that neither of you were anticipating, and this instantaneous connection of the soul, all right? And there is so much potential and growth to this connection. So let's pull some more cards. Angel guide, independence, dishonest and mixed signals, and sacred moments. Okay. I feel either for you or them, or maybe both of you, this relationship comes very unexpectedly, okay? Very unexpectedly. Or, you know, there's this intense physical attraction, and maybe you or them or both of you are kind of like, oh, you know, I'm just going to explore this. And then all of a sudden, we have feelings for each other that I feel you initially both try to hide, okay? Because this just takes you both quite by surprise. But no, there is a guardian angel that is bringing the two of you together. That is why this connection is inescapable for both of you, okay? That's why there's this intense pull towards each other, because there is a spirit overseeing this divine union. This person is meant to align with you on your path. And you know, leading up to this point, you both have gained a lot of independence through your life journey and experience. And this also lets me know how this takes you both kind of by surprise, sweeps you both off your feet and frightens you. And you both want to act like you're strong and you know, not just freaking out inside, you know, and you're really feeling somebody, you're like, whoa, what is this, right? And you're both, you know, in that space. Like, what is this? Why is this happening? Like, this is running way deeper than I ever anticipated. Okay, so you both kind of hide behind a mask. And an interesting message I just got with this is, um, you're meeting this person, and right now, it's still in most of the world, you have to wear a mask, right? So you have to wear a mask because of the virus. And that's what I feel this is for some of you. Like, when you meet, you both have the mask on, okay? Because that's just like you have to, okay? And maybe both of you have a unique mask that you've been wearing, and that's another reason why this is sticking out. But ultimately, here it is, sacred moments. There is something that ignites within you as well as within them through the intimate moments you share with each other physically, as well as the conversation. And there's so much potential in this relationship for the two of you. And I wanted to pull you a soulmate card, but I didn't grab the box here. So let me open the box for you guys and pull you a soulmate. And this relationship could definitely, I feel, is coming like at the tail end of winter through the spring or early summer. Okay, that's the energy I'm feeling, is like the tail end of winter, spring is very promising, or like the first little bit of summer. And that just feels like the range for those of you this reading is truly for. So prepare yourself for the meeting of this person. And you might even absolutely forget about this reading entirely by the time you meet this person, but then you're going to meet them and this is going to flash in your mind and you're like, oh my gosh, no way. Okay, let's pull you one final message. Two hearts merge through an explosion of love. United, they create unlimited wealth. Together, they fulfill their dreams. How beautiful is that? After this reading Spirit gave us for you guys. Look at that. Yeah, you guys are going to build an empire together this lifetime. So those are your messages around love. The next time you fall in love for that first heart, I am sending you guys lots of magic. Take care. Hello, heart number 2. So as we were beginning this reading, I was, kind of channeling into the energy of this relationship. And this is definitely a connection of somebody who is seeking the same thing that you're seeking. It's like Spirit's showing me two hearts that seek each other, that seek the same journey, the same type of love, have very similar dreams about life and for the future. Okay, so this truly feels like somebody who mirrors you. All right, so let's pull some cards to look at the path, the journey that leads to this person. But some of you, I do feel you've been alone for quite some time. You've been single for quite some time. Working on a lot of different things. Wow. So what do we have? Okay. So we've got lessons, awakening, sacred journey, karmic partner, and blessings. Okay, so for you guys, heart number 2, you have definitely had a very rough journey in regards to love and romance. The last relationship you had, or the last several relationships that you've had, okay? Because you've got the karmic partner. So this is what's leading up to you coming into union with this next person you fall in love with. You've been through a plethora of karmic relationships as well as they have. And you both have learned a lot of different lessons about life as well as emotional lessons, and you both have grown and matured quite a bit because we have the awakening here. Okay, so through these karmic partnerships, you learned a lot of heavy lessons. This person coming into your life, they've had karmics and they've learned heavy lessons. And the hardest part for both of you is you both believed that a karmic partner was your one, your true soulmate, your twin flame, the person you were supposed to marry, your other half, etc. Okay, you both had a relationship like that where you believed you were with the one and you had the rug ripped out from underneath your feet, and a lot of disillusionment about that relationship, and you learned a lot of lessons. And I feel you pulled back, and some of you have chosen to be single and alone, trying to heal, trying to understand. Maybe some of you have said screw love entirely, okay, because of that connection. And the person aligning to you, it's like the same thing. So everything I say about you, it's like it also is true for them. You guys mirror each other. The details and the players may be a little bit different, but you both have been through very similar circumstances in your romantic partnerships, and with blessings here at the end. That tells me that when you guys come together, it's like, thank God nothing ever worked out prior to you. Like, God bless the broken road that led the two of you together. Okay, that song absolutely could be your song when you come into union with this person. Okay, because you got the sacred journey, and I feel you got very broken along this journey leading to this next person, because you both learned everything you needed to know to be a perfect fit for each other when you come into union. Okay, this is a relationship that I feel you guys fit like a glove. Okay, a hand into a glove. It's thank God no other relationship ever worked out. Like, you could even think to yourselves, like, oh my gosh, if I was still in a relationship with such and such and I met this person, I would probably end that relationship. That's just how this connection feels for you. Okay, so let's pull some cards to look at the energy of this person, who they are. Yeah, like the Hermit, first thing out. They've been single for quite some time. I feel you guys have as well, okay? But definitely this person has been single, not pursuing love and romance, maybe spirituality. And look at this. We've got the Fool, King of Wands, Five of Wands. I was about to say four. And the Six of Pentacles. All right, so this person is a very giving soul. They give their all. All right, they might be giving to a fault, actually. But the Hermit, they've been single for a long while here. And that Hermit energy plays very well with the lessons and the awakening. They've taken a step out, a time out from romantic relationship, and they've been trying to like do a lot of self-improvement, or trying to just understand life. And everybody, you know, moves through that type of energy in their own way, and that's where this person has been at. And it's because the Fool energy, they want a new beginning. They want to fall in love again. Even if they swore love off, there's a part of them that desires that love and that connection, and is hoping, you know, somewhere within, hidden far away, that somehow, someday, they could fall in love again, and that somebody would love them. Okay, but also with the Fool, this person may, when you meet them, it's like they've had a brand new fresh start. So they could have just started a new job. They could have just had like a big move of residence, moving to a different city, a different state, a different country, okay, or just some big sort of move of residence for them personally. But there's some change, big change that they've just experienced before you come in, okay? And now we have this King of Wands. So whether this person is a masculine or a feminine, they're coming through as the King of Wands, which tells me they're very independent. They're very in tune with their soul. They may also have connection to Mother Earth, the universe, you know, they could be religious or spiritual. This is just somebody who is more in tune, awakened, and aware than the average person. And they don't do anything unless they truly feel it in their soul. All right, they're very creative. They are a leader. They are wise. They're passionate about everything that they do. Okay, and then with the Five of Wands, there is a bit of an issue within them where they have a lot of internal conflict about things. They could be very, very indecisive at times, really struggling to make a decision, or getting very stubborn and rigid in their stance when they feel their buttons are pushed or they're backed into a corner, whether it's true or not, and they might get very defensive and uncooperative, okay? I do see a bit of a temper, but it's like when they feel they're pushed into a corner or they're very overstimulated emotionally, mentally, or physically. But they're a very giving heart, and they want to build an empire with somebody. They want to build a life with somebody. They want to share their abundance and their wealth and their happiness and their life. Like, they really want to meet their other half. Like, that is who this person is. They're wise. They might be older than you, okay, with the Hermit and the King of Wands coming out. They may be older than you, or this is just talking about the amount of emotional and spiritual maturity this person possesses. They could be called a wise old soul. All right, so let's pull some cards to look at the course of your relationship with each other. Temperance. See, you guys are like a mirror looking into each other, and you really are going to balance each other out. It's like you create a perfect circle, your love. Oh, look at that. We got the King of Wands coming through again. Ace of Wands. So there's a lot of passion, chemistry. Nine of Cups and 10 of Cups. Oh. Okay, so with this Temperance, some of you, this could be somebody of the past, okay? I feel that's for a small handful of you. You know, this is somebody, and the way they come back into your life will be very organic, all right? This will not be where you're like really pushing for that to happen. It's just something that will happen. For those of you that are meant to align with somebody, if the ball was left in their court, they're going to reach out to you somehow, some way. Or if the ball was left in your court, you're going to finally be in a place of opening yourself to them, because perhaps in the past you were emotionally unavailable to this person, okay? It could go either way, or Spirit could just randomly align the two of you. So some of you, very small number, I do see like a reconciliation, and we're building, and it's both of our desire for this reconciliation and to have a long life with each other, okay? But for the rest of you, I really do feel this is a brand new person. Okay, for the majority of you, I do feel this. This is a brand new person, that's coming in, and you both are just at this level of maturity, at the temperance energy, where you are both awakened. You've gone through some things in life which has grown you and evolved you and humbled both of you, and you both kind of walk this more spiritual path than the average person, both coming through as like these King of Wands energies, but also with this King of Wands and Ace of Wands. This is like major sparks in the bedroom. Okay, you guys are gonna have some good lovins for sure. And with the Nine of Cups, there's a lot of emotional happiness and fulfillment that you guys are going to find within each other. And I see you becoming a family, having a long life and journey together this lifetime with this Ten of Cups. It's beautiful emotional connection. It's a beautiful spiritual connection, as well as a lot of chemistry. There's not a whole lot of talk of like pentacles coming out. So I feel both of you are a bit more established in life. Like you're both financially independent, and coming together in a relationship isn't like neither of you are seeking like a financial union. That doesn't mean eventually you guys won't share finances, but like for them, they're not looking for a partner because they want to increase their financial situation. And you're not looking for a partner because you want to increase your financial situation. You both have become very independent and comfortable with being on your own, living alone, being single. You both have, okay? If anything, you both might struggle a little bit adjusting to being in a relationship with another person again. But the karmics of the past are of the past. You both balanced a lot of energies out, and blessing, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, that's what this relationship feels like for you. It's a big, beautiful blessing over any other connection you've had before. Okay. So wow, this is like your one. All right, I know some of you in the past really thought a specific person was your one, and they pulled the rug out from underneath you and just like ripped your heart out of your chest, and you've taken a while to recover. And those of you where somebody's returning, it's not those people, okay? It is not those people who ripped your heart out of your chest and destroyed you and broke you. It's not them. They were karmic partners. If anything, this would be somebody that it's like a missed opportunity. The timing wasn't right for whatever reason. Okay, it feels more superficial rather than some deep, full-blown relationship. Okay, because the karmics of the past were intense. You felt them strongly in your heart, and you were shocked at the way things fell apart and ended because you really believed. And this new person coming in, or this missed opportunity that Spirit's realigning you to, this is a very long-lived, emotionally satisfying relationship. Like that's what the two of you both seek, is like an emotional satisfaction through a romantic connection, and you just have this beautiful chemistry with each other. You just flow. You both are seeking the same thing. You're like a mirror to each other. So let's pull some more cards. Mutual damage. Yeah, you both have been through this horrible situation just with, different people. And look at this healing soulmate connection. That's the love you guys are going to share. It isn't no karmic. Oh, and then look at this, lasting reconciliation or lasting reconnection. And I have to strongly emphasize that this feels like a missed opportunity for whatever reason, okay? like one of you just wasn't emotionally available to date. You may have had feelings, but it's like it didn't have a chance to root and grow, and you always thought about the potential of, you know, what could be with this person, or they always thought about the potential of what could be with you. It doesn't feel as though this person like shattered your heart and soul. Okay, those relationships are meant to be out of your life. This is like a, I feel that like timing was off, a missed opportunity, missed connection, and here it is coming back in. And the timing is right for those of you that applies. And now we have a sacred moment. Look at that, beautiful. Lastly, the fifth card here would be connection mistaken as twin flame. So this is very significant, talking about the karmic partners of the past, and that's why Spirit gave me such a strong message about, you know, any of you that are having this reconciliation with somebody. It's like timing was off, misconnection type of thing, not these deeper relationships that broke your heart. Those were not your one at all. And this person coming in now, this is your one. Emotionally, you both have been damaged the same by other relationships, and you both have grown and matured and awakened through those lessons, through that experience. And now you both just seek a healing soulmate connection, somebody you can love, somebody who will love you, somebody who's honest and truthful, who's going to support you, who's going to be there, who's going to cuddle with you. And it's like they seek the same. All right, they seek the same. This isn't about like financial gains, or we want to make people jealous of our connection and our love. No, this is a very pure, beautiful vibration of love that intertwines your hearts into one. All right, it's like love and relationship for all the right reasons, the two of you. And those of you where this is that missed connection or emotionally unavailable in the past, this is saying like this is your one that you're going to be with for the rest of your days. And in the past, it just, the timing was way off for both of you, and you both went through some heavy stuff with other people, so you would not have to go through it with each other. Okay, that's the emphasis of this message, is this person you didn't go through a lot of heavy stuff with. That happened with other people, so it didn't happen between the two of you, because this was written on your path. And you guys are going to create a lot of beautiful sacred moments with each other that just penetrate your heart and soul. And also you have this beautiful physical chemistry, connection and attraction. So let's pull one final card here. Every loving thought is a seed of love. Sometimes the seed sprouts instantly, and other times it lies dormant for a while. The timing really doesn't matter. Love always grows into greater love. So this is you and this other person focusing on love, and you guys are going to plant an entire garden of love with each other, and so much happiness and emotional fulfillment is going to stem forth from that, and time falls away for the two of you. Okay, your perception of time, of reality, is going to shift quite a bit when you align with this person. Oh, this is a beautiful love right here. So those are your messages for the second heart. I am sending you lots of magic and lots of love. Take care. Hello, heart number 3. Before I started this read, I hit play on the camera. I was connecting in with the image a bit more, and this next person that you fall in love with, you and this person are going to have like a whole lifetime together, a lot of adventures, okay? You're going to go through a lot of ups and downs. And I was really feeling like through thick and thin, through, you know, rich and poor, through sickness and health, till death do us part type of energy, whether you marry this person or not. That's the kind of loyalty that you guys have with each other. And I just see a very, very, very long road you guys are walking with each other, and it's filled with everything. Like your romantic relationship, you guys are going to experience many adventures in life. So let's get right in and pull some cards to look at the path that leads you to this next romance. Okay, so we have a sacred space, inner child, fear, union, and a free will. Okay, so a couple of different things jumping out at me as I was pulling these cards. Some of you are absolutely going to meet this person earlier in life. Like you could meet this person in grade school, in high school, in college, in your early 20s. Okay, some of you, this is somebody that you meet in your early part of this life journey. Others of you, what I'm feeling is when you come into union with this person, it may be after you've been married and divorced previously. So it's like some of you, I feel, are on the younger side, or you met this person when you were really, really young. And then others of you, this could have been somebody you met when you were young, but you ended up marrying somebody else and then getting divorced. I do feel some of you have been married and divorced before you meet this person, okay? And others of you very young, or there's some connection to like early childhood, like your first 20 years of your life with this person. And with this, you have this sacred space and you have this free will. And that to me is talking about like both of you equally choose this union, all right? Because you feel like you're kindred spirits and you face the storms together, all right? This to me was, I was like trying to pull in the path that leads up to this connection. And I feel this is more about your connection than anything else. And that's why, again, some of you meet this person early. Like some of you are that story of meeting early in life and loving each other all the way till the end. Absolutely. And then some of you, you could have met this person, you know, in school, college, and you both went your separate ways. And now after some life has happened, you come back into union, okay? And then others of you, absolutely, there was a marriage and a divorce before you meet this person. And meeting this person, it makes you feel like falling in love for the first time again. Just the way they activate you when you meet them. You may have thought like, you know, those days of the lovey-dovey butterflies, all of that are over for me. But when you meet this person, they just activate you in such a way that I feel brings some fear into your heart because it's so unexpected, that feeling of youth once again. Like, you know, when you're first falling for somebody, you're having your very first kiss, like all of those things with this person, it feels like the very first time, all right? If this is not somebody that you met early on in life. I just feel those storylines, like 3 strong storylines, so I want to kind of jump. So if I'm repetitive in that, I'm so sorry. You know which one of those storylines is resonating for you, so I will try to stop doing that. But this is a relationship that each of you choose, like no matter what, all right? Like you both want to be in this union. and the bond that you have is something very, very special. So let's pull some cards to look specifically at this person's energy, who they are. Oh, wow. We've got the Palace of Cups. This is definitely somebody who is deep, who is sensitive, creative, artistic. Now we have Page of Wands. Next is Three of Wands. Palace of Swords. This is somebody who is very intelligent as well. And the Moon. Okay. So this person is coming through strong as water energy, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They don't have to be a water sign, okay? But man, this person is very emotionally based, and interesting is they're also quite intellectually based, all right? So they have a lot of emotions. They feel everything, like every relationship, every moment of their life. There is some emotional aspect that they perceive, okay, in every given moment of their existence. And with this Palace of Swords, they're also incredibly intelligent, okay? This is somebody who just knows things that most people don't know. It could have like just a lot of different facts, could be very scientific based, just has a lot of knowledge in that area, and they're genius. Like they think of solutions kind of out of nowhere. But there's an element to this person where, as brilliant as they are, sometimes like the common sense, like what's right before you, goes completely over their head. Okay. They understand, like this is somebody who could talk about philosophy, could read you poetry. It's just deep. They appreciate like theater and movies and the message, the deeper message behind things, and they're just so immersed in each and every moment. Like they savor the taste and flavor of food. They embrace the magic of moment, you know, spent with you, spent in those love vibrations, and the things that they think of, like they're ahead of their time. Okay, this person has a lot of ideas, is very intelligent, but they may lack like follow through. Okay, they could start things, but they may be somebody who runs out of steam like kind of halfway through, or if things aren't moving as quickly as they'd hope, they kind of get downhearted and their energy wanes. So you, I feel, are somebody that can help balance them out when they do get low, because they are so emotional, and they can get really caught up in their minds. You can help balance their energy and keep them steady so they don't dip, because they are prone to bouts of like moodiness or depression, because they're just so emotionally based. And you know, sometimes that can be a challenge to deal with, but I don't feel like that's the primary essence of this person's personality. I just feel at times certain things that just penetrate their heart really make them feel low, and that might be part of this journey, okay? And maybe that's true for you, and you guys kind of help pick each other up throughout your time together, and really help keep each other emotionally strong and thriving. And you really create a motivation in this person to push higher towards their dreams and these ideas that come to them, because they are so intelligent. Sorry there, the camera died, the battery died in that reading. So this person, back to their potential, and the message I was getting from that, this person has amazing ideas, $1 million ideas, just incredibly intelligent, genius. but they don't realize their potential, okay? And I feel you are a huge catalyst in helping this person reach their potential, or it goes the other way around and they're a huge catalyst in helping you reach your potential. And the movie Good Will Hunting popped into my head here, okay? And this could talk about one of you really loves that movie, okay? Or you guys watch that movie together for the first time and you find a lot of relation to it. But it's the storyline of that movie that is jumping out at me the most. And Matt Damon playing his character he is incredibly intelligent. He has a lot of potential, but he has a lot of emotional baggage, right? So he doesn't recognize his worth and his value. And then through the help of his therapist and meeting a woman, he comes to terms with what he needs to heal and face within, and as well as his true potential, and finally feels the motivation to reach for that, to strive for that. And I feel for you, coming into this person's life, you help them realize their true potential, but more than that, you help activate them to find that motivation to push forward and push through anything that has been holding them back. All right, so you're very powerful in this person's life. You are an incredible support system with the deep emotional energy that surrounds them. I do think they get afraid at times, and it could even appear that they're a bit codependent at times, but I think overall this person is very loving, very giving, very equal, very fair. It's just their emotions sometimes are very heavy and hard for them to deal with. And I think there's nobody else that's going to understand them or get them quite the way that you do. And that's part of what really connects the two of you together. So let's pull some tarot and look at your journey together. Wow, so yeah, you guys definitely have a long life and you're going to go through a lot of different things, okay? Ups and downs, good and bad, like all of it. You signed up with each other for all of it, but there's a beautiful love that nobody can get in between, okay? Once you guys are established, that's it for both of you for life. Yeah, look, as I said that, these cards flew out. That's it for life. Like, you guys never want to move on from each other. You want to love each other for all your lives, okay? And you will always make up. You will always find magic after any argument, any setback, all right? That's beautiful to, fly out like that. But we're going to pull some more since those just jumped. But look at that confirmation. And this free will, like, you both choose this. It's not like out of obligation. Some relationships are out of obligation, right? Because you've been together for so long, or you're married, or you had kids, and it's not about the love and the connection anymore. There are some relationships that are based in those vibrations. This relationship is not that. It's the opposite of that. It's where through thick and thin, I choose you. It's my free will choice. Even if I have 100 other options that might seem better than you or shinier than you, you're like, no, I choose you and they choose you. Nobody stands above. Like, you are each other's queen or king, okay? It's just this beautiful, sacred promise to each other, and your love withstands like all the seasons and cycles of life. It's deep. Okay, we have strength, the High Priestess, Nine of Cups, the Moon, and look at, we got the Moon talking about this person, and then we got the Moon showing up in your journey together. So that is definitely an energy that you will be dealing with. And now we have Judgment. So your path together I would just like to point out, has 4 major arcanas, okay? So this is a very significant relationship. I mean, we've already established that, but it's just being reiterated in the cards that have come out. It's like this relationship will withstand all things, and you both are going to grow and evolve so much through each other and the life you share with each other. And there is going to be this empathic connection that you guys share. You feel them, they feel you. There will come a point where you guys don't even need to like share words sometimes. Okay, just a look, picking up on each other's energy, like you just get each other, you just know each other. This is sacred. All right, not every couple, despite their great love for each other, achieves this type of connection. But also with the high priestess, is talking about like those deeper emotions, and we have the moon. So it could be that both of you are very emotionally based individuals, and at times, you know, things could overwhelm the two of you emotionally, and you're, you know, very equal in that aspect, okay? And some of you could be where one of you, and feel more it's the person coming in, is very emotional at times with that moon energy. But anybody who is, you know, artistic, incredibly creative, tends to be a very deep person, right? And that's this person, and the connection that you guys share is also holding that same depth. And with judgment down there at the end, I see that as this is your one till the end of your days. Okay, this is the love of your life. There is so much emotional fulfillment that plays out in this relationship and this connection throughout your lifetime with this person. Okay, and those of you where this is somebody that you either reconnect with from early childhood or you meet brand new after a divorce, you may be a little skittish to go full in, or they may be a little skittish to go full in, but you guys will overcome that fear, okay? Because the way that you activate each other is just special. And I see this going with you till the end of your days. You got 4 major arcana, high priestess, and judgment, okay? Those of you that where you meet earlier in life and you're just together from then till the end, you are going to experience a lot of like these amazing cup moments where a cup is being filled. You guys are growing and creating with each other, but also with that, there's this emotional growth and evolution that takes place over time, over the course of this relationship. And no matter what your relationship weathers, there is never going to be a point where you wish that you had chosen somebody else, or you wish that you hadn't stayed, nor them. Okay, you guys find so much emotional satisfaction and fulfillment with each other. It's just beautiful. This is a beautiful reading. Let's pull some more cards. Intimate conversations, and you know, we saw that here, this person coming through as the Palace of Swords, being very intellectual. This also means that you guys talk about a lot of things that run deep in the emotional body, as well as really out there concepts and ideas. All right, you guys have beautiful communication with each other, heartfelt message or gesture. You guys are sweet on each other till the very end. And you know, this person we're seeing is very creative. You could be as well, and you guys just do a lot of very unique things to show your love for each other, okay? To keep things spicy and zesty throughout the years. Enchanting kiss. Oh, they're the best kiss you ever had, and vice versa. And unaligned intentions. Okay, so this here in this particular reading, this goes back to where this person has a lot of amazing ideas, okay, but doesn't have like the follow through sometimes, where they just give up kind of halfway through, um, or they just get tired of it and scrap it, push it to the side. And in this relationship, you really help this person manifest into their highest potential 100%. With this card, they're gonna feel like you are their muse. Okay, you're their lucky charm. You are the thing that brought them back to life. Like, some of you may be the only person that this individual truly opens up to, connects to, and shows the deepest part of themselves to. Even though they're emotional and sensitive and they feel everything, with that moon, there is a lot that remains hidden, especially with the high priestess too. There's a lot that they keep hidden from everybody, and their creative outlet, their abilities, their talents, their genius is how they express that energy. But you and what you guys share is an outlet in which they can be totally open and vulnerable, like, expose that inner child to you. And that's not something that they have ever had with anybody else. Okay, this person is very private, very in tune with energy, and that could manifest in multiple different ways. But this is somebody who really follows the calling of their soul, and you help make them feel stable and secure. And when the emotional storm comes in, you are an energy, a medicine that helps calm that storm for them. Okay, it definitely could have some bouts of depression, this person, at times. And you and the love that you share, like, you are such a rock for them. And again, like, the connection you have, you don't choose anybody else. All right, you both really take the good and the bad with each other, and are grateful, and really cherish the love, the journey, the life that you create with each other. This is an absolutely beautiful reading. Those of you that chose the third heart, the next time you fall in love, this is somebody quite special. And again, I see you going with you through the end of your days. You got sacred space and judgment. Definitely could marry this person. Not everybody believes in marriage. So those of you who do, I see this as your future spouse. Those of you who do not believe in marriage, you might actually change your mind because of how much you just connect with this person, or you guys just live in union together till the end of your days. You have amazing conversation, you have this empathic connection, there's a ton of emotional growth, evolution, and fulfillment that you both receive, and you both build each other, okay, and help mold each other into your highest potentials. Beautiful, beautiful relationship. All right, let's pull. Oh, this just jumped out. What do we have? Love, it generates love. You will receive positive confirmation of this in the next few days. Keep on loving, and you will keep on receiving ever greater blessings in return. And frankly, I believe this is how you feel about this love when you're in this love. And interesting, I feel some of you, even though you're not single, but you just came to like check out this read to see if it would talk about the person that you're with. And this is just like a beautiful confirmation. But overall, love generates love, and that's what this connection is about. Like, never ending love, the never ending love story. And it's absolutely beautiful. So those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, heart number 4. So just before I hit the play button on the camera, I was meditating with the image of the heart number 4 that you've chose. And some energies that I was getting is this next person that you fall in love with is going to be a very healing soulmate connection. And it's almost like I saw your heart thawing out. Some of you have sworn off love forever and always because of just different things that you've gone through, okay? Or some of you have been really mending a broken heart and may desire to love again, but don't really believe that's a possibility for whatever reason, okay? This next person that you fall in love with, like literally brings your heart back to life, opens your heart chakra, like they hold a key and they insert it and your heart chakra just opens wide. This is a very, very loving person. So let's pull some cards to look at the path in which leads you to this next person that you are going to fall in love with. Okay, so we have potential, outcome, fear, ego, and alone. Okay. So right away, I know that the reading, for those of you this reading is truly for, you've been single for a while, okay? I would say it is general, so it could be 6 months, but I'm feeling more for like 1 to 5 years, okay? You guys have been on a solitude journey here. And remember, I saw your heart being frozen just based on the ending of a relationship or multiple relationships, your heart being frozen cold, but there's like that hope within that there is potential, that your outcome will be that you find love, that you find true love, but you have a lot of fear-based energy around love. And if this isn't speaking about you, this is speaking about the person you're about to meet, okay? Or both of you have really gone through hell and back before you meet, before spirit aligns the two of you, because I do see like this fear-based energy around love, but it's very ego. And with it coming through as ego, that's the shadow energies that you or this other person have dealt with in regards to love and romance prior to this union. It has been overwhelming. It has been overstimulating. It's just been too much. And I feel like you've really withdrawn in yourself. Like if you were this peacock, this big, beautiful peacock, you've been hiding your feathers. You've been camouflaging your beautiful, vibrant color and just going within. Same with this person. And you both have been alone. If you've dated anybody, you have felt no real connection to that other person up to meeting this next person. It's like it's just not there. And this other person coming into your life, I feel their situation and experience absolutely parallels yours. The details and circumstances may have played out a bit differently in each of your lives, but it's like the frozen heart and this love, this union really brings you both back to life somehow, some way, but scares the hell out of you, even though you both in your hearts, you know, wish for true love. It's just like, you know, I'm not sure that's ever really going to happen for me. So let's pull some cards to look specifically at this beautiful person coming into your life that you are going to fall madly in love with, and them madly in love with you. An irresistible connection. And you know, we might have a little back and forth at first because you both are quite skittish to love, but the connection inescapable. Okay, so They are coming through as the Knight of Wands. Very passionate and fiery, this person. Oh, and they do want true love. They want true love. And we have Temperance, but they want a very balanced relationship. Like, they don't want to go through what they've been through before. And look at the Hermit. Yep, they've been single for quite some time as well. And now we have the Palace of Coins. Okay, so this person has been single and they've been like growing their money, growing their career, growing their empire somehow, some way in the physical realm. Some of them may be just trying to pick up the pieces of a very shattered past, all right? But that's where their focus has been, on spiritual growth, on healing, on higher understanding, on, creating a space for them in this physical realm somehow, some way. And that's just where all their energy has been funneled. They dream of love. They hope for the potential of love, but I just feel they've been hurt. Or if this person hasn't been hurt, it's just they've been very focused on like growing their life, growing themselves, and love was irrelevant to them. It just didn't factor for them. Okay. And now when you guys meet, it changes everything. One thing I will say about this person is whoever they give their heart to, they are true, and they want it to be like forever, always. Through all things that relationships bring, they absolutely want that. Like, I always want to find a way to overcome our arguments, our differences, just the different energies that play out in a relationship that can separate. This person truly has the motivation and desire within themselves to do what it takes to have a successful, long-term, loving relationship. But because of either just what they've created for themselves or what they've been through, they're very distant from love until they meet you. You make them feel their heart space. They make you feel your heart space. That vision I got, it's like you both have a key to each other's heart chakra and you both open it, and it's unexpected. And we got Alone up here talking about your journey to this person, so like you really being on a solitude journey, and they're coming through as the Hermit, also a solitude journey, learning and growing. And both of you could have been more spiritually based over the last few years, just really focused on growing your spirituality, expanding your consciousness, understanding spirit and your place in this world and your path, okay? I do see some of that coming in for both of you, but this person, very solid, very independent. I do feel they've created quite a bit for themselves in the 3D realm. I do see a lot of financial success around this person, and they've done everything they needed to do in the 3D. Like, the only thing that's missing in their life is that true love, okay? And they know that. And I see them having a lot of passion for you. Sometimes this person could get a little bit ahead of themselves, okay? They could be a bit of a show-off at times, because we do have this Temperance and this Knight of Wands, and then that ego energy. This person can be a bit of a show-off, all right? But they mean well, okay? They mean well, but they can, get a little ahead of themselves at times. So let's pull some cards to look specifically at your journey together. And this person moves at a slower pace. It's interesting because they have this Knight of Wands energy about them, where sometimes they're just totally spontaneous, like wild out of nowhere. And then like the rest of the time, they're like safety first, and it's like, wait, what? Where did this come from? So there are these interesting bursts of spontaneity coming from this individual. And it's like when they make their mind up, boom, they go for it. So we have the Empress, Eight of Swords, Page of Wands, Justice, and the Lovers. Look at you. Yeah. Okay, so here it is. You start with the, and look at what would actually be next, this Knight of Wands energy. So we're going to go ahead and put him out. So you start here with this Empress, and this is talking, look at potential. When you and this person meet, you can see like a whole life with them. They could see a whole life with you. And I think that initially freaks one or the both of you out a little bit, and somebody pulls their energy back in that fear. Okay, so this could be talking about, initially there might be a little back and forth, but the outcome is we're going to overcome the fear of the ego because we don't want to be alone anymore. We see the potential in this connection, whether that's you, whether that's them, or a combination of the two of you. Okay, so at first, just the vibes we're feeling from each other, it freaks each other out a little bit. Okay, you're opening up each other's heart chakras, scares you, but this is letting you know there is so much potential in this connection, so much fertility, so much life to be lived through each other and through the love that you guys will create and cultivate throughout this life journey. And you come to a point where it's like, I made a decision. I want to be stuck with you. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to be apart from you. Okay. Also, there's a lot of passion in this connection, a lot of flirting. Okay. And, you know, here with the Justice, to me, this means at the least you guys are going to live together. Okay. You may create a business together. You may get married. All right. But with Justice, that is a very solid long-term commitment of some kind where we're living together, we're getting married, we're building some sort of business with each other. Okay. But that is definitely an energy that comes forth in this relationship. And then you have that Lovers. This is like lovers for life. My true love. You brought me back to life. And you know what? That would make total sense because you have two Knight of Wands. This is you both coming back to life through your connection with each other. And this is also talking about the crazy physical chemistry and attraction you guys are going to experience with each other. And, you know, a very interesting side note that just came through to me is I feel one of you may be a bit more sexually experienced than the other person. Okay. And the reason why that's coming through is because you guys are going to do a lot of exploration. There is a lot of potential. Like this person is going to show you a lot of different things in intimacy, physical intimacy that you didn't know about or you never tried, and vice versa. Okay, there's a lot of exploration in the intimacy, the physical intimacy department for some of you. Also with this, there could be a bit of an age gap between you and this person, like 5 years, 10 years, maybe even like 15 years. Okay, so because I do get like in the intimate sense, like there's a lot of growth, like you both are expanding your experience through each other, and what you both bring is a bit different. Okay, and one of you definitely has been more open in that area coming into this union, and through that experience, what you guys do together isn't necessarily what they've done before or what you've done before, but taking those past experiences and then you guys like creating a whole new experience. Okay, so you both kind of have different backgrounds when it comes to physical intimacy, but through your connection, you are going to have more experiences with each other through exploration than either one of you had prior to union, if that makes sense, okay? So I don't know why that message of like strong physical intimacy is coming through in this reading, because like up to the point before that message, it was feeling so like soulful and spiritual and loving, and you guys are not lacking in the physical chemistry or intimacy. And you know, this could also be where it's like they just somehow know your body. You just somehow know their body. Okay, that could be where this experience that I'm feeling comes into play, even though you've never touched before. You just intuitively know, you feel each other's energy. It's electric what you feel with this person. They absolutely make you aware of your lower chakras and you them. Okay, so passionate romance and physical connection, as well as like you guys being very serious with each other and making a decision of, I want to be stuck with you for the rest of my days. It's just we've got to overcome a little bit of fear initially. Okay, so let's pull some more cards. Also, when you guys fight, you could get very, very heated with each other. You both just have a lot of strong emotions, okay? So sometimes fights could get a little heated. Nothing bad, but I do see that also with those Knight of Wands. Some of you may even have a child with this person, or they have a child when you meet them. Okay, or you have a child. Look at that. Building dreams together. You guys are definitely going to travel. We have a shift perception, and look at that. That's where it's like, okay, I need to unthaw my heart here. Crazy chemistry. Look at, we already saw that, but here it is again, just in case the message didn't get through. And a healing soulmate connection. Oh my gosh, look at that beautiful journey. It's an inescapable connection, okay? You both may have decided against love, I don't want love, or I'm just going to keep things casual, that type of energy. But when you meet, like, there's no going back. Like, there's fear, but you guys eventually overcome that. Like, the perception shifts, all right? And you guys are building your dreams together, and we also see that with the Justice. And there's a lot of travel. You guys are going to see the world with each other, and the passion and chemistry and sparks are truly out of this world, all right? Just saying. And right here it is, the love of your life, healing soulmate connection. You have the key to their heart space. They have the key to your heart space, and neither of you would ever intentionally harm the other, okay? There is a very sacred respect that you two will have for each other, all right? Because you're going to be so open and vulnerable. You really share your experiences with them. They really share their experiences with you, and it's like this vow of love. I will never harm you the way you have been harmed before, okay? It's like you make this promise to each other, and we see that with Justice as well. A promise of like, you are my love for life. You are my love for life. I truly don't want anybody but you. And again, this comes after really being single for a long period, you, them, or both of you. And, you know, single could be absolutely no dating or whatever. And some of you, that single could mean you've tried to date, you've tried to talk to people, you've tried to connect with people, but it's just like it doesn't stick, it doesn't work. This here is the reason why you both wanted to be very, very pure, spiritually, emotionally, when you came into union with each other in this life journey, because you are building so much with each other after you meet. And the life experiences, relationship experiences that you have prior to each other, you know, you work out all the kinks, so to speak. So when you come into union, the mistakes you both have made in the past, in past relationships, you will not make with each other. This relationship is meant to be very healing, very loving, very supportive. It's not meant to be filled with a lot of pain and challenges initially. It freaks you both out a little bit, but you overcome that. You move beyond that, all right? Because this connection is truly inescapable. It's beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. And remember, it's like you thaw each other's hearts, all right? For whatever reason they've gone frozen, you thaw each other out and you ignite each other in a way, you know, physically that attraction, but spiritually, like wanting to explore and enjoy life, embrace life, the adventure and all that it entails and brings. Okay. And a lot of motivation, like a lot of movement, a lot of travel, a lot of building with each other, showing as these two nights. But you have a passion for each other that truly lasts till the end. And we did see, you know, how you guys really explore in that intimate sense with each other, and together you try new things, come up with these like just different ideas. It's very interesting that Spirit brought that. I'm actually a little uncomfortable talking about that, but you know, it's for somebody out there that's important to hear, to know, to understand. Maybe you've been, you have had to be very, very reserved in past relationships, and you really couldn't open up and explore and be who you are. And this person coming in, they could, you know, have a much more vast consciousness when it comes to those things, and wants to explore with you. Okay, so that could definitely be the case. Or perhaps they were very oppressed in past relationships intimately, and you are much more open, and you are going to take them on an adventure for them to fully explore all aspects of themselves in that capacity. Okay, there's definitely some sort of physical intimacy, exploration with each other, but this is such a beautiful soulmate connection. No matter what you're doing, whether it's physical intimacy, building in the 3D, or just loving each other, you both feel so safe in each other's arms. All right, you overcome this fear of intimacy, of connection, of love, and you just fall madly in love with each other. So let's pull a final message. Love overcomes all obstacles. A change in attitude is all it takes to turn things around. Trust in love's power. It will transform you and the one you love. All will clear soon. So this is talking about your hearts melting when you first meet each other. Okay, and that little bit of fear that holds you each other back, you will overcome it. Absolutely. All right, so those are the messages from the fourth heart. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, heart number 5. So before I hit play on the camera, I was sitting with the image of your heart, meditating with the image to really try to tap in to the energy of this person, this next person that you fall in love with. And what I'm getting from this heart is There is a lot of romance and flirting energy that comes with this relationship. I see like this person leaving you little love notes, bringing you flowers, bringing you gifts, making you breakfast in bed, that type of energy. Like you guys just really being sweet on each other. A lot of romantic energy coming into play quite strongly here. So let's pull some cards to look at the path, the journey that leads you to this next person that you are falling in love with. Okay, so we have unawakened. So you've definitely had your share of crappy relationships. Observe. Masculine. Runner. And outcome. Okay. You guys are actually the first reading where I feel like this is strongly talking about a reconciliation. Just saying, like I did pick up a little tiny bit on a reconciliation, I think, in the second reading, but it was more like a reconciliation of a misconnection. This is actually a relationship where I see like the path to it is where somebody is not awakened, mainly the masculine energy in this connection, or the more dominant personality in this connection seems to be the one who isn't fully aware of their emotional body or able to feel all of the emotions. Like their emotions may overstimulate them, and when things get too deep, it's like they run away. They're in and then they're out, and it's because there's an aspect of them that has been asleep. Okay, and you know, this observe, I believe you have absolutely recognized a pattern with this person, like an in and out, in and out, and you at this point are ready for this relationship to either just be done and over with so you can move on to something new, or for this relationship to fully actually happen and just be. All right, you want that outcome. You don't want the back and forth. And now if this is not somebody that you are reconciling with, this is going to be after you have gone through that relationship, okay, where it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you came to a point where you finally decided, you know what, no more of this, I'm done. You cut ties and you've moved on, okay, because this is just talking about the journey in which is leading up to this new love that's coming in. Some of you, you're having a reconciliation that feels actually the strongest, and others of you, you had to do a lot of work to fully cut this relationship out of your life, and you made that decision and that choice and everything you had to do to make that happen, and now you are ready to have a real relationship come into you know, full union. Sorry, my kitty is laying over there. You probably can't see her, but she's moving around, so she's moving stuff around. So let's pull some cards to look at this person, and that will give you a clear identification of whether this is somebody reconciling with you or this is somebody brand new and like you've cut that old relationship out of your life. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords, King of Wands, Six of Wands. Don't ask me why I wanted to say King of Wands there. Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups, and Three of Wands. Okay, so we have the masculine here, and we've had a king come out. All right, so this is really talking strongly about the solar plexus chakra, and that's where you feel empowered. That's where you set boundaries down, okay? And in the past, with this person, I don't feel that you had a clear sense of boundary. Like they kind of just came and went as they pleased, okay? Or if this is, where you've completely ended this relationship, what you felt was it's like it's always all about you. It's when it's convenient for you, and you're always left in a place of like waiting, waiting to be recognized, waiting to be loved, waiting on an answer, waiting to be communicated with. Okay, so if this is somebody returning into your life, this is kind of the pattern that you went through with them. And then again, for others of you, you totally cut this person off. You cut this person out. You have made that choice. Like, never again. I am done. You are out the door. Okay. And it's hard, I know, with those two scenarios, but I do feel them each equally strong. And for those of you where this is, you are going to reconcile with this person, it looks like the Wheel of Fortune turns way not in their favor, and they have to go through a few things which is going to awaken them. All right, and what awakens is they come into this King of Cups energy, which is a full awareness of emotional body, where in the past not so much. Okay, it's a full awakening and awareness of their emotional body and their emotional connection to you, and now wanting to turn the page and do things right. And I want to communicate with you. I want to dote on you. I want to be romantic with you. I want to bring all the things to you that I have denied you. Okay, so those of you where this is somebody coming back in, they've had a major awakening because of what's happened in their life through this last separation. Okay, and they have matured quite a bit emotionally. This could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and they've matured quite a bit, and they're finally in a place where they're ready to offer a real relationship. Whereas in the past, there was this aspect of them that was not awakened. And that's why, this masculine energy, the movement, the running away, I refuse to assert all my energy into this relationship and connection. When I'm asked to do so, I'm going to run off. Okay, this person has had a full awakening. And those of you where this is somebody new coming in, I feel like they're going to have to push a little bit, okay? And that's where that super romantic and that flattery energy I was feeling is coming into play, because who you had to leave behind, that person absolutely put you through hell and back. Okay, just led you on a wild goose chase when it comes to love, empty promises, in and out, back and forth. And it took a lot for you to totally close that door and move on from that person. And you've done a lot of healing and work towards getting over what they put you through. And so this new person coming in, very strong water energy, they start with small conversation, okay, like small compliments, small talk, and they move in, kind of slow. And once they see that just the slightest bit of your barrier has gone down, then they start laying it on really, really thick and making you feel like, there's nobody more beautiful or handsome than you. Okay, they really put you up on a pedestal, which is a big shift and change from what you're used to. And, as you open up more and more to this person, you feel like your ship is finally arrived when it comes to love. This person is very deep, very sensitive, very romantic, and it might even be a bit too emotional for you at times. Okay, it's just like this person is so strong and powerful. yet they are so sensitive and sweet. And I know this is a general reading, but I feel for many of you, this is talking about a masculine, okay? Or this person, you know, has a much, much more dominating personality than you. It's just like I feel this masculine energy, okay, that this reading is talking about specifically. And many of you, this person has finally awoken, because we do have that reconciliation. And others of you, this person is going to allow you to have your walls come down, and you're going to love again, even if you thought, you know, it's just never going to happen because of what you've been through. And you know where you stand. You know if you have firmly closed the door on a back and forth relationship and been doing the work. And then, you know if you are still open to this relationship that's back and forth, because you have a deeper sense and realization, you know, that there's more to this, but this person just hasn't been fully awakened yet. All right. So apply that how it truly fits and resonates for you. Let's look at the relationship you will share with this person. They do want you to feel like $1,000,000. They want you to know that there's nobody above you. Like, they put you on a pedestal, and they're so emotionally attached to you. I feel some of you, this person kind of emerges and admits a crush. Those of you where this is a new person. Like, yeah, somebody you work with, this fell out as I was saying that. It's like they've been filling the waters out, and now they're starting to feel like you're more open and available. So I think they're going to start putting themselves out there, or they've been flirting and trying, but you may have just not really paid much attention, and now you're really starting to notice. So some of you, absolutely, yeah, look, a confession of love. Like, I've been watching you. Could be somebody you work with, could be somebody who's pretending to just be a friend. All right, so that's a message that came through for some of you. Page of Cups. Look at that. Flirting, romance, sweetness, love messages. Four of Swords. Very healing. This love. Lots of communication. Look at that. We've got Temperance. So that's talking about the reconciliation for some of you. And Six of Cups. Yeah. I knew this was a strong reconciliation reading. Definitely out of all five, this one right here is the one that brings that forth the most, with Temperance and the Six of Cups, okay? But ultimately, with these cards coming out talking about the journey of your relationship, the reconciliation, there is going to be a period of healing when you first come back together. And it's like you're going to have this truce, and there's a promise that's going to be made, and this time it's going to be fulfilled. All right, this is like the true beginning of your love story. And I say that because before, it's not to say there were emotions and things involved, but it wasn't on the same level as it's going to be when you guys come back into union. Like, the other person in this connection is finally ready, okay? And those of you where this is a brand new person, because that's strong as well with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Swords, talking about new energy. This person is going to be so healing to you. They just soften your resolve, like their flattery, their attention, their sweetness. You can't keep rejecting it. You can't push it away. It feels good. They make you feel good. There's something about them. Like, they just have this sword to break down your barriers, your walls, and you find them very healing. You feel safe in their embrace. You feel safe in what they say to you, what they promise to you. And as you open up to them, you feel a beautiful soul connection to this person. But they do flatter you, They are romantic. They do a lot of sweet things. They write you little love notes. They might write you poetry. Um, this is them like staring at you and just like telling you like you have the most beautiful eyes, or I could stare at your face forever. You're my favorite person in this world. All right, they are just all about you. Their intensity of sweetness and the love that they offer to you might be too much at first. It might just be a little bit overwhelming to you because you're not used to this. And you're like, is this real? Yeah, it's real. This person is quite genuine. They're very in tune with their emotional body. Okay, and if this is somebody where we're reconciling, they truly have had a major perception shift, a lot of illumination about themselves, and they've tempered themselves, and now they want to balance the energy between the two of you, and they want to do what's right, and they want to make it right, and love you properly. Okay, like they've fully grown emotionally, whereas in the past they had some issues they were dealing with. They weren't awakened and aware to the depth of this love, this beautiful connection that you share with this person. So because we have a strong message of reconciliation and then a strong message of a new person coming in, you know what, we'll pull actually from this deck, and we're going to look at the reconciliation, and then we're going to look at those of you that this is going to be a new person. Right, so the reconciliation, we have the World, Queen of Wands, and the Tree of Life. And for new person, we have the High Priestess, Ace of Wands, and Eight of Cups. All right, so for this reconciliation, with the World and the Tree of Life, this person definitely has balanced a lot of karma and had a huge awakening and illumination. All right, since you guys last had a go round, and there is a part of their spirit that's driving them where in the past that part of their spirit was closed off. Okay, they're ready. They're finally ready to offer love, and they feel it in their soul. They feel the calling of their soul back to you, and you guys were meant to have a very long journey with each other this lifetime, and through a lot of your experiences, both of you received different activations. Okay, and some of you, this person could actually live at a distance from you. All right, like you have to move to be with them, or they have to move to be with you, or you guys come from vastly different cultures or vastly different religions, something like that. And whatever separated you caused friction. This person has overcome that, and now they're ready to come into union and do what it takes. Okay, also with the Queen of Wands, this is strong fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, or this is just talking about this person, you know, being very ambitious, being very, very fiery, very attractive, their energy, charismatic, alluring, a big personality for sure. Okay, and those of you where this is a new person, we have the High Priestess, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. And this tells me that this person could not come into your life until you completed the lessons of Saturn and Pisces through this past relationship that was in, out, in, out. And you received a lot of spiritual growth and evolution. And this new person cannot come in until you finally made the decision to let go and move on and walk away from that other person that you've been dealing with. Okay, and through that process, you've had a spiritual activation and awakening. And now it's time for this new love, this new energy to come into your life. And it's going to be a deep empathic connection with that high priestess. You both have been dealing with some Saturn and Pisces energy, learning some lessons. And you both had to walk away from a very up and down relationship, but it has prepared you for the union with each other. All right. So that is quite lovely. Let's pull some more cards. Repeating signs. Ego consciousness. Mutual spiritual awakening, and mutual spiritual mission. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so for those of you reconciling, look at this. It's like all signs always lead back to each other no matter what. And this ego consciousness, that has been a huge issue in you guys fully being able to be together, is now overcome. Why? Because there's been a spiritual awakening. All right, and you start with unawakened there. There's a spiritual awakening, not just in one, but in both of you for different reasons and in different ways. All right, and through that awakening process, that's what leads you back together, because we have a mutual spiritual mission. So that tells me a lot of the different lessons that you guys were learning through each other was part of your plan with each other for this lifetime, and you've overcome it. And now you guys are going on a mission of exploring love in the light of the highest potential. And some of you may be awakening to spiritual gifts, or choosing to have a more of a life in service of spirit of humanity. Okay, so those of you who are reconciling, there's this beautiful activation and awakening that has taken place in both of you, and you're truly going to be on the same page this time, and it's going to be a much different experience. All right, now those of you where this is a new relationship coming in, I feel as though like you might not be open to it initially. Okay, it's like, because of what you've been through, it's like, am I ready? Am I ready for a new love yet? Is this person just going to do the same thing, you know, that I've been through before? Like, there's definitely some apprehension, but you're going to start seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities that surround this person, and it's going to break the ego hold of fear that may hinder you. All right, because when you accept this is where you guys are at. Mutual spiritual awakening, mutual spiritual mission. You guys are in perfect alignment with each other. This is going to be a very soul-based spiritual love and connection, and this person is so romantic and just dotes on you. Okay, and some of that romance might be where you guys talk about like different synchronicities with each other, like different repeating numbers, things like that. Okay, but man, whether reconciling or this is somebody new, this is beautiful. This is soul. And this is like true love. This is a whole different dimension than anything you have experienced prior. So that is beautiful. I love to see that. Let's pull one final card here. All right, so we have two messages, one being for those reconciling and one being for those meeting somebody new. You decide which is for you. Okay, try to look at things more from a feeling level. What is your heart saying? If you look at life purely through logic, you will always get to a point where it seems to make no sense. True wisdom and understanding reside in the heart. Wow, that's powerful. And next we have, close your eyes and feel your spiritual connection to everything on this planet. Every person, animal, tree, and flower. Feel the ocean, the wind, the sky, all in perfect harmony, moved by one eternal flow of love. Wow. I feel this is for reconciling, and I feel this is for new connection, and just what's going to be happening emotionally for both of you. Oh, so beautiful, you guys. Congratulations on this love. Those of you who reconcile, I know that you've put a lot into this, and you maybe thought it was going to all be for nothing. But this beautiful spiritual awakening happens. And those of you who have sworn off this relationship and have been walking in spirit, you're now getting a spiritual companion who is going to love you and dote on you and be romantic and sweet and sensitive. So those are your messages with the fifth heart. I am sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care.